How you doing, everybody? Nick DiVirgilio here, and today's video is on this gorgeous SJC snare drum. This is their USA Custom 6.5 by 14 mappa burl and walnut with white pearl inlay. Now, if you don't know much about SJC, I highly encourage you to take a closer look because Mike Cipreri and the whole gang up there are making absolutely gorgeous instruments for you to make music with. And not only do they look great, they're built to the highest specifications possible, and they play and sound beautifully. So let's get into the details of this drum right now. The shell on this snare drum is 100% North American maple, and it's the mappa burl and walnut that make up the outside veneer. Now it's 5 plies, 8.3 millimeters thick, and it has their custom 45-degree bearing edges, and that makes the head sit on the drum perfectly flat all the way around, and you get great resonance and tone. Check out the sound of this drum with the snare wires off. Really nice and musical tone to this drum. Now I have it tuned up really high right now, went there naturally, but this drum's gonna go all over the place, and I'll take it to some different tunings before this video is over. Let me put the snare wires back on and play it for just another second. I wanna show you the sensitivity of this drum. What's really cool is when you're playing at the outer edge of the drum, it's nice and small and very quiet. And then the warmth and depth of the tone of the drum really fills out nicely as you get more into the center. And then when you crack it and hit it hard, boy, it's got a loud, beautiful crack that's gonna fit really well with any style of music that's loud. Metal, punk, ska, anything we gotta have a hard backbeat, it's gonna be perfect for that. Let's talk about the hardware on this particular drum. You have 3mm triple flanged hoops that feel really great under the hands and give you a nice rim shot and side stick sound. I'll demonstrate that in just a second. Really nice chrome that looks beautiful with this wood on the rest of the drum. SJC's shield lugs that are springless on the inside, which means they're really quiet, okay? And they're low mass, they're very lightweight. So the hardware, all of the hardware on this drum doesn't weigh that much at all. So it's not gonna, make the drum really heavy to carry around or deaden up the sound at all. It's nice, low mass hardware. Let's check out this throw off and strainer. I'm gonna take the drum off right here and show it to you. SJC's proprietary pull down strainer and throw off. It's really easy to use. Works very simply. Adjust the snare wires right there. And you could do this while you're playing. You can go into songs where you need the snare wires off and put them right back on really quickly and easily with just a flick of a finger. Right out of the box, you get some professional heads on this drum. On the top here, the batter side, it's an Evans G2 coated double ply head. That gives it a nice warm tone. Definitely putting a single ply head will give you even more crack and just a different feel. So I encourage you to check out different heads for different feel and tones, but right out of the box, G2 coated is fantastic. And on the resonance side, you get a snare side 300, nice thin bottom resonant snare drum head. Another cool thing about this drum is it sounds really good with other implements. I got some wire brushes, some Vic Firth Steve Smith Talawans, and some Vic Firth Root 505s. I'm gonna go through these and just demonstrate for you. So here we go. In just a second here, I'm going to take the head off the drum so I can show you the beautiful wood on the inside, and I'll show you the bearing edges and all of those things. But this drum sounds great in so many tuning ranges. Right now, again, I have it tuned up pretty high. I went there naturally, but I'm going to tune it down really low and fat and thuddy, you know, and it goes anywhere in between those two extremes, from really high to really low. Right now, let me take it down and show you what that sounds like. All right, let me tell you what I did here real quick. I have this technique that you can find on the internet. I've been using it for a while. I think it's a really cool and easy technique to get the snare to sound really fat and thuddy. I take the lug that's directly, sort of right at my belly button, and I tune that all the way down, almost kind of rattling, almost off. And the lugs on either side, I go about halfway down and I leave everything else where it was. Now, you don't want to leave your snare tuned like this all night long or leave it like that permanently, because, you know, there's talk that it could damage the wood. I don't think it really will, but it's just safe to not keep it that way. But if you want to keep it that way for just a little while you're playing a song or in the recording studio making a song that needs that sort of sound, it's totally fine. You can also get your snare tuned down really low by using implements like the Big Fat Snare or Remo rings or tape, your wallet, all kinds of stuff. This sort of mimics all of those things without needing those things. So all that being said, here we go. Big fat thuddy snare drum sound from this SJC custom snare. Big, fat, warm, and thuddy. I really like it a lot. Now, one last thing I want to show you before we move on to taking the head off and showing the inside of the drum is the side stick sound you get with this drum, and it's beautiful. These 3mm hoops really do the job well. Perfect for ballads, anything you're going to need a side stick sound for. This drum will do great for that. Okay, let's take a closer look at the finish on this drum, the outside of the shell. It's absolutely gorgeous. SJC has some really beautiful custom drums. They can do pretty much anything you can think of on the outside of your drum shell. Fully customizable. Talk to your Sweetwater sales engineer if you want to get a customized drum from SJC. But this one, right off the rack, I mean, it's absolutely fantastic. So what you're looking at here, the top and bottom right here is the mappa burl. You can see the different sort of knots in the wood grain. It's really beautiful. The center part here is the lush walnut wood, nice dark color. And then you get pearl inlay in between. And it's a really unique looking drum. I think it's fantastic, and it's going to go with all kinds of different looking kits. And you get the really nice looking SJC shield looking badge right there as well. The chrome hardware with the dark and light colored woods and the white pearl, it's just a great combination for a fantastic looking drum. The head is off the drum now, so I can show you guys the inside of this beautiful drum. Absolutely gorgeous. You see the nice light coloring of the maple on the inside. The edges feel really smooth to the touch. They're perfectly cut. Now there's a slight back cut on the outside of the drum, but it is sharp when you get right at the inside, and again, it just makes for that head to seat on perfectly to give you that nice, beautiful tone. With this drum, you're going to get a certificate of authenticity from SJC that'll give you the serial number, of course, but it'll also give you the date of when this drum came off the line and when it was put in the box and sent to your door. There you have it, everybody. SJC's USA Custom 6.5x14 mappa, burl, and walnut with white pearl inlay drum. Great drum that feels great, plays great. You could take it in all kinds of different tuning ranges. Great for all kinds of musical styles. If you want any more information about this SJC drum or any other SJC product, just contact your Sweetwater sales engineer. Thanks a lot for watching.